Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Alvora Tactics. During the last part, I was exploring the underground section of the overgrown caverns. Essentially, I was exploring the normal section and then I fell down a hole and I reached an entirely new area. So I fought through a set of magical splitworms as well as all of these vinemen. And I reached this seed which I didn't know what to do in the last part. It said that I was supposed to use some magic on it, but now I realize what it meant. This is protected by life magic, so what's the opposite of life magic? Ruin magic. So let me temporarily switch Veron to being a, well, unmaker and give him the ruin touch ability. By doing so, if I use the ruin touch on the seed, suddenly the screen goes black and boom, now everything is withered. The vine walls, which were earlier vibrant and indestructible, if I can select it, they're now withered, so I can now just break through them with axes or set them on fire. As a demonstration, yep, I can now destroy all these vine walls. Also, I forgot to actually select each of these effects in the previous parts, as well as the water. And in addition to that, we can see that the vine men themselves have withered. Because the vine men seem to grow out of this one seed, so all of the vine men in this area, until we leave it and re-enter it after leaving Alvora, well, they'll be more fragile and more easily defeatable. Plus, they're more scatterbrained and they will not attack unless we get really close to them. And we can basically set them on fire pretty easily, so let me do a demonstration using Ophelia. Well, it wasn't really shown over here, but eventually we'll see that they take a lot more fire damage. So that was one of the benefits for sure. And another reason why we needed to actually just open up a path using the blowing up the seed was that earlier item that I skipped getting, or which I got using the gate trick. Essentially, in order to normally access this mask, you're supposed to kill off all the vine men at the bottom, use ruin magic on the seed, and then blow up this vine wall either using fire or chop it down with an axe. But because with Veron I just used the gate ability, I bypassed all of that. So my earlier guess of using the Defiler was half right. I was supposed to use this prerequisite class. So yeah, the gate ability is always going to be useful, especially for bypassing a lot of these puzzles. Speaking of which, I think I'll get Gate Magma because, as this is a forest, most enemies are going to be weak against fire after all. And in that regard, I think I should upgrade Veron's, well, fire ability as, well, having some fire would be useful. Thankfully I don't have negative on fire, but still, it's going to be a little bit weak. Still better than nothing, especially with fire. Later on I will need electricity, so eventually I'm going to balance out Veron's, all of his elemental abilities. So eventually I'm going to upgrade lightning. Basically I'm going to try focusing on fire, ice, and lightning. Maybe wind as well, but I'm not sure how useful wind is going to be. Maybe for some slower enemies that will be really useful, maybe earth types, but we'll see in the future. The next thing I'll probably upgrade is lightning because I want to use Gate Storm. I probably will need to be using Gate Storm quite a bit when I get to the Crub Reefs. Anyways, it's time to go left and see if I can just climb out of this hole. And now we have more of these magical splitworms. So these will always double regardless of if we hit them or not. Regardless of whether we use magic or not, so we gotta be a lot more cautious while dealing with them. Trying to get them into a better position. I'm trying to wait for the splitworms to get in a better position so I can attack them, but unfortunately they're not cooperating well. Unfortunately, yeah, they got the first attack in that regard. Now let's try this again and see if I can get a better initiative. As usual, use Rally and then I'll use Mighty Block so everyone's in better shape. I want to try rushing in with Ophelia so she can do a massive damage or something. I'll just settle for this then. After all, the more magical splitworms there are, the better the onslaught attack that Sorvin can do. Sure, let's do Onslaught right now. Let's see. Oh, he still hasn't used his MP yet, so I'm going to have to wait. Speaking of which, I think setting this on fire would... I think setting the enemies on fire would be helpful, especially because I feel it can do a lot more damage. I just need to move closer. That's not what I meant to do. I was hoping it was the movement, but apparently it didn't get cancelled. Let me use Warmth on a Sorvin so he can actually regenerate MP. Meanwhile, I'm just going to use Mighty Block because I foolishly let Varon get some more damage. Jump over the fire here, and now I can consume this. Yeah, I should have gotten this. Unfortunately, I can't, so I'll need it in the next turn. Whoops. Oh well, I guess I have to resolve to my classic strategy. Wow, I didn't expect them to explode like that, but everything's on fire right now. But as you can see, the more enemies there are, Onslaught becomes even more useful. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer. Yeah, Frost is not going to be helpful because it's on fire, so I'll just wait. So I'm just going to fire some arrows on it and make it so that it's a little bit easier, or it's a little bit better to wail on it. Let's see here. Sure, let's do it and kill all of them, but unfortunately this one's gonna survive, I think. Not anymore, though. Plus that's in perfect range of the flood, so that's awesome. Everyone is in roughly good shape, so I'm not too worried. Might as well just use Onslaught at this point, and wait for the best. Let's just wait for Onslaught to fire off and win this round. Yeah, it's also a nice finisher because he can teleport all around the place. And now, time to apply all of Ophelia's extra stuff. She really needs Rate Strike and the other stuff. Crashing Wave of Fire. Let's see the passives. Half damage with twice long. Morale boost would be nice, but I usually use it anyway, so... That can be quite crazy if you have a lot of fires going on, like in a forest. I don't think it's really necessary. I'd rather have Smolder, because I will be using a bit more self-emulation and whatnot. Ooh, Ignis Orb. Let's see what each of these attacks do. %, okay. That sets her on fire, but she only takes half damage, so it's not as bad. Especially with a large group of enemies, she can go ham on them. Wow. So it's basically like a long-range charge, but she can hit a lot of enemies at once. That's not good. The only risk of that is dying, of course, because it's double. Yeah, the burn status can last for quite a while, so it can be a little bit dangerous to use. Oh, is this what I think it is? Oh no, it's Life Shard, unfortunately. I was hoping it's a Life Trigger or something. Anyways, going back to exploration, I should have used more of Ophelia's abilities. I definitely will be using Pyre and Burning Wave. Oh, an Ignis Orb as well. That'll do quite a bit of damage, especially at longer ranges, and this will take care of Ophelia's weakness of having to attack from longer range. Both Burning Wave, Ignis Orb, and of course we have the short range abilities. So the Ignis side does have a nice combination of short range and medium range utilities, or attacks. You just need to level it up just a little bit more with experience, and then you can get a really powerful a really powerful character. Of course, she's going to be kind of weak in situations where there's a lot of water-type foes. I sense there's a giant spider here. Where are we going? Okay, I don't recognize this area. Sure, let's go forward. I don't remember going through here before. I thought the next area was the Crub Reefs. Oh, hello, Lauren. Are you talking to me through the radio? Okay. We reached the Golden Palace somehow. Well, that's neat. I guess the random generation was in my favor or something. But it's going to be full of traps. Definitely going to be making a hard save over here in case something goes wrong. I was totally expecting there to access the Crub Reefs, but apparently we're going on a side trip now. Yeah, I was totally expecting to either be finding a giant spider or something, but nope, we're going through this secret area. Well, at least we have teleportation, so if we get stuck in a room, we'll be in a little bit better shape. I totally expect there to be arrow traps or something. Mechanism. Ha. Oops, I don't think I did this puzzle correctly. Oh, and you can flip it around, it seems. Oops. I'll skip past this then. This may have activated a trap, though. I totally expect there to be a boulder rolling down or something. Or stuff like that. I think this might be a good idea to use the guard abilities at this point so no one gets killed. Brazier. Okay, let's just set it on fire and see what happens. Whoa, that was lethal. Whoops. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Well, at least he's still at full health. Oh. I see. We gotta stay away from the walls and proceed onwards. A hatchet. And a bottle. Wait a minute. why don't we just try getting past this? I'm wondering what each of these mechanisms do. As a demonstration, I'm going to try using this with Willis, of course. Whew, I was a bit worried it would activate somehow. Okay, I need to move these in some pattern. I'm not sure exactly what pattern it's supposed to be, but I suppose it's important in some way. But yeah, I was never really good at these block pushing puzzles. I'm probably gonna get stuck in a few places because of that. Oh, that's why. Well, I can get past this if I really want to, but I need to figure out how to solve this. And I'm a bit curious what it says by respective symbols betrayed are used. Yeah, I think I screwed up this puzzle, so let me save back, load back to where I was. If I push it there, I can't push it back, so... Perhaps I need to do it this way. Push the stone back over here. Push this up here. And that'll make the connection over there, and then we need to connect it with this one. There we go, that's how you're supposed to open it. And that's how we got some extra gold. I think I'll take the wood plank with me in case it becomes important. I see here there's going to be quite a bit of challenges set out in these rooms that we need to figure out. We need to unlock these challenges in order to open these chests. That doesn't look... Oh boy. What is that eye? Okay, random text over there which I don't understand. I was totally expecting there to be spikes or something. And now we have sand. Will we be fighting the ghost or something? Time to fight. That's... Okay, that's not... The music's gone. That's not a good sign. I want to try getting close enough so I can actually attack this one, but Sorvin's sadly too far. Well, we'll do it here then. I'm gonna try rallying everyone up though. So at least we're a little bit better shape in that regard. Oh, there are a lot of them actually, I didn't notice that. They're probably just the undead guards or something. Let's flood this region. Let's also regenerate at least 2 of our characters. And Ophelia, well... Guard. That's the best thing she can do right now. Oh, and they're probably higher level, so they can pretty easily dodge everything I throw at them. Yeah, she really needs some inspiration as well, so I'm going to rally her up. Otherwise she's not going to be able to do much. Retreat over here. Let's see what everyone does. There's going to be a large variety of enemies though, so I better be on my guard. This will come before the magical ward, it seems. So instead I'm gonna try... at least try those two. As for that, everyone else should get healed. And move a little bit down over here. Ophelia, well, she's all oiled up, I think, so let's try burning them. Well, at least I can see where the Watcher is. Unfortunately, he's frozen, though. Is he blinded? Is Veron blinded? That's going to really suck. Let's see, Sorvin. I'm gonna run off here and do Gate Onslaught. That seems to be a good option. Oh, and if he's chilled, he can't do anything. I'm gonna make a retreat over here. As for Farron, well, Willis really needs curing, so I'm gonna cure him. Let's see about what Ophelia can do. She can move up here and at least take care of two of them. And she has enough defense in that regard. Whoa. I was worried about that Fade ability. Darn, I can't do adjacent. Well, at least I'll shield Farron. I'm worried Veron will die in this turn. Oh, wow, that was really damaging. Well, at least I was able to hurt a lot of them at once. But at a great cost, because, I think the prayer ability would be a nice utility at this point. And we really need to revive Ophelia. I didn't expect them to use Ruin Touch right over there. Let's see, I want to try killing off this one. And Farron, well, we need healing for everyone. I'll give Veron the healing in this regard. After all, he's our main damage healer, and Willis can move back if necessary. So let's just use Mighty Guard and hope for the best. And Sorvin can now use a Gate Onslaught again if necessary. Or right now, actually. And thanks to its effects, it will always attack and hit everyone. I can't move close enough, so I need to rely on Farron's abilities. Well, it'll deal half damage, but that's enough. Let's see, where's Ravat? At least that Watcher, or whatever it is, keeps spamming Ice Carapace. Alright, Aphelia's alive again. That's not what I want to do. I want to get close enough here and use a prayer ability to get everyone up to speed. Ophelia is really close to death though. She really needs some healing. Oh, that was a bad miss. So it's time to heal up everyone. Probably get some regeneration working too. Alright, one left to go. We probably don't want to attack it right up front because it keeps using Ice Carapace and whatnot. Maybe Gate Slam will work. And it keeps using a Ruin Sight, so that's quite annoying. Of course, it also has the Carapace ability, so more prayer, I suppose. I will use the... Nah, I'll save up the bandages for now, but I will use Guard. I also do have Resuscitate, so if necessary I'll do that as well. Almost there with Sorvin as well. Of course he's always going to be attacking Ophelia because she's the weakest one in that. She's the weak against magic. Let's hope this works. And she can just set that on fire. Of course, it doesn't really do as much, but hey, every little bit counts. And it somehow dodged in just that one turn all my attacks. Question mark isn't doing anything right now. He's supposed to do an attack, but nothing's happening. Well, okay, I guess this is the first game glitch or game breaking bug where we get stuck. So unfortunate because we almost defeated question mark, but unfortunately, well, it basically just hung the game. Well then, I suppose this is a good time to end off this part. So off screen, I'll redefeat this party and show off how much experience I get. And then I'll continue exploring this golden palace. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!